Hey there. If you're receiving Social Security benefits, or if someone you love depends on those monthly checks, then I need you to stop scrolling and watch this video all the way through. Because right now, in March 2026, there are real changes happening to Social Security payments. Some people are seeing increases, some are seeing decreases, and a lot of people are confused, scared, or honestly, just getting bad information online. So I'm going to break it all down for you today. Simply, clearly. No confusing government jargon. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what changed, why it changed, and, most importantly, what you need to do about it. Okay, let's get into it. So first, let's talk about how Social Security works and why March is getting so much attention right now. Every month, the Social Security Administration, the SSA, sends out payments to about 71 million Americans. We're talking retirees, people with disabilities, surviving spouses, and children. For many of you watching this, that check isn't just a bonus, it is the budget. It's how the rent gets paid, how the groceries get bought, how the lights stay on. And when something changes with that check, even by a small amount, it matters. It really matters. Now, normally, your Social Security payment amount stays pretty stable from month to month. You know what to expect. You plan around it. That's the whole point of the program. But here's the thing. Several factors can change your payment amount, and most people don't fully understand what those are until the money hits the bank and it looks different than expected. And that's a stressful feeling. I understand that. So let me walk you through the three biggest reasons your check can go up or down, because once you understand them, everything else starts to make a lot more sense. The first reason is the COLA adjustment. COLA stands for Cost of Living Adjustment, and every year, the SSA recalculates your benefit based on how much inflation has gone up. This year's COLA was set at 2.5%, and it went into effect in January 2026. So if you haven't noticed a bump in your payment already, March is a great time to go back and double-check. The second reason your check can change is your Medicare Part B premium. Now, this is where a lot of people get caught off guard. If you have Medicare, your Part B premium is automatically deducted from your Social Security check before it ever hits your bank account. In 2026, that standard Part B premium went up to $185 per month. That's an increase from last year. So even if your gross benefit went up with the COLA, your net check, the actual amount you receive, might not feel as large as you expected. And the third reason is your earnings and income. If you're still working while collecting benefits and you're under full retirement age, the SSA has specific rules about how much you can earn before they start reducing your check. That earnings limit changes year to year as well. So, and I want you to hear this clearly, your check can increase and decrease at the same time, depending on how these different factors interact. That's why so many people are confused right now. Their benefit technically went up 2.5%, but their take-home amount looks smaller because of the Medicare deduction. It's frustrating. And you're not imagining it. The math is just working against you in a few different directions at once. Now, let's talk about what's specifically happening in March 2026 and why you're seeing the changes that you're seeing. The 2.5% cost of living adjustment that was announced back in late 2024 started rolling out in January for most recipients. By March, everyone should now be receiving their fully adjusted payment. So what does that actually mean in dollars? Well, if the average retirement benefit was around $1,927 per month before the adjustment, after the COLA, it should be closer to $1,276 per month. That's roughly $49 more per month, or about $588 more over the course of a full year. Now, that's not life-changing money, I know, but it does matter, and you deserve to know it's there. Here's the part most people miss, though, and this is important. The Medicare Part B premium jumped from $174.70 in 2024 all the way up to $185 in 2026. That's an extra $10.30 coming out of your check every single month. So if your benefit went up by $49, but Medicare is now taking an extra $10.30, your real increase, the money you actually see, is closer to $38 or $39 per month. That's the number that matters to your daily life. And that's why it's so important to look at your net payment, not just the headline COLA percentage. Now, of course, Social Security doesn't send everyone their check on the same day. Your payment date is based on your birthday, and this hasn't changed. If your birthday falls on the 1st through the 10th of any month, you receive your payment on the second Wednesday of the month. If your birthday falls on the 11th through the 20th, you get paid on the third Wednesday. And if your birthday falls on the 21st through the 31st, your payment comes on the fourth Wednesday of the month. Now, for those of you who started receiving benefits before May of 1997, you receive your payment on the third of every month regardless of your birthday. So keep that in mind and mark those dates on your calendar so you always know exactly when to expect your deposit. And here's something really important for those of you who receive Supplemental Security Income, also known as SSI. March 2026 is a little bit different for you. Because April 1st falls on a Tuesday this year, the SSA is sending April's SSI payment early, on March 31st. So if you look at your bank account near the end of March and you see two deposits sitting there close together, please don't panic. You have not been overpaid. You are not going to owe that money back. That second deposit is simply your April payment arriving a day early. It happens every time a payment date falls on a weekend or federal holiday. It's completely normal, and it's actually the SSA doing you a favor by making sure you have your money on time. Now, let's talk honestly about both sides of all of this, because like everything in life, there are things to feel good about and things that are genuinely challenging. On the positive side, the 2.5% COLA means your benefit grew proportionally to how much everyday prices rose. Groceries, gas, utilities, the adjustment is designed to help buffer that. It's not perfect, but it's real. And the Medicare premium increase isn't just the government taking money, it's tied to expanded Medicare coverage and updated services, so you are getting something in return for that higher deduction. For SSI recipients specifically, getting April's payment a day early in March can actually be helpful for budgeting if your bills are due at the very start of the month. But there are real challenges here too, and I don't want to gloss over them. The truth is, when you factor in the Medicare deduction, that 2.5% COLA doesn't go as far as it sounds on paper. For many recipients, the net gain is under $40 a month. And for a lot of seniors, especially those dealing with rising rents or medical costs, that simply doesn't cover the full gap. There's also the concern that inflation may be outpacing your increase. The COLA is calculated using a general inflation index, not one specifically designed around the costs that older Americans face most, like healthcare and housing. Some economists and advocates have argued for years that seniors experience a higher real rate of inflation than what the COLA reflects. And then, of course, there's the confusion around the double SSI deposit in March. Every year this happens, and every year people worry they've been overpaid or that something went wrong. That anxiety is real, even when there's nothing to worry about. So now let's get to what I really want you to take away from this video. The actual steps you can take to make sure everything is right with your benefits. The first thing I want you to do is log into your My Social Security account online. Go to ssa.gov and either create an account or log into one you already have. From there, you can see your exact benefit amount, your payment schedule, and any letters or official notices the SSA has sent you. If you're not comfortable going online, that's completely okay. Just call. They're available Monday through Friday from 8 in the morning until 7 at night. A real person will help you. The next thing I want you to do is compare your January, February, and March deposit amounts. Pull up your bank statement or your banking app and look at the last 3 months of your Social Security deposits side by side. If your March payment is different from January or February, note the exact amount. Does it line up with a roughly $49 increase minus the extra Medicare deduction? If something looks significantly off, not just a small rounding difference, but actually wrong, that's when you reach out to the SSA to ask questions. After that, go ahead and check your Medicare Part B premium specifically. You can do this by logging into Medicare.gov or by reviewing your Medicare statements. Confirm that $185 is being deducted from your Social Security payment. Not more, not less. Errors can and do happen in large government payment systems, and the only way to catch them is to actually look at the numbers yourself. Now, if you receive SSI and you're going to see that double deposit near the end of March, here's my honest advice. Set that second deposit aside. Treat it as your April money, because that's exactly what it is. I know it can be tempting when you see more in your account than you expected, but spending it in March could leave you in a tight spot when April's bills come due. Budget it separately, even if that just means mentally earmarking it. And finally, this one is really important, so please don't skip it. If the Medicare Part B increase is genuinely straining your monthly budget, there is a program out there called Extra Help, which is also known as the Low Income Subsidy. This program helps people with limited income and limited resources pay for Medicare prescription drug costs. A lot of people qualify for it and have absolutely no idea it exists. You can apply directly at ssa.gov or by calling the SSA. There are also free tools available at ncoa.org. That's the National Council on Aging, where you can check every benefit program you might be eligible for, including Medicare savings programs, food assistance, and utility help. It's free, it's legitimate, and it only takes a few minutes to check. So let me bring everything together for you. In March 2026, your Social Security payment reflects the 2.5% COLA increase that went into effect in January. That means most recipients are receiving roughly $49 more per month before any deductions. However, because the Medicare Part B premium increased to $185 this year, the actual take-home increase for most people is closer to $38 or $39 per month. Your payment date hasn't changed. It's still based on your birthday, or for long-time recipients, the 3rd of the month. And if you receive SSI, that end of March double deposit is completely normal. It's simply your April payment arriving a day early. The most important thing you can do right now is log into ssa.gov, review your recent deposits, confirm your Medicare deduction, and reach out to the SSA if anything looks wrong. I want you to know something before I go. These systems are complicated, and not always in a way that feels fair or easy to navigate. If you've been confused, that confusion is completely understandable. But you showed up today, you watched this, and now you're walking away with real information that most people simply don't have. So please share this video with someone who needs it, a neighbor, a family member, a friend who's been worried about their check. They deserve to know this too. And if this was helpful to you, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an update. I cover Social Security, Medicare, and benefits news every week, in plain language, just like this. Take care of yourself. You've earned it.